the nominations.
It's an acid trip in chiptune format. That song.
It's
Very
fun.
good. Yeah, definitely. What did we play last? Little Nemo.
Little Nemo.
I think I went first for that.
Probably so.
Yeah.
All right. So I had a tough time this time. And it's because
of too much, right? Not too
what's
little.
it?
Too much, not too little, right?
Yeah, there's so many things though. Like, this is not, in my opinion, an issue in which there's like 5 hot games that I just can't wait to play. It's more like there's a lot of games that I could play, but nothing that's really just jumping out off the page at it for me. So, with that in mind, first is Dragon Spirit. Second, Truxton. We're gonna keep bringing it up and banging that horn.
Okay.
Third, and I can't believe I'm saying this, eSWAT.
Okay.
Hoping that there's more on the bone after what I saw. But like I said, there's a lot of games. There's a lot of games on this list that I could play that come out of this issue. I could be sold on a lot, honestly. Like, there's a lot that are just like, meh, they meet the rental standard probably.
Okay. We have overlap in eSWAT. I don't think there's any drama in that, given my reaction to it. I also have Strider, of course, because I think it's fucking maybe the best game, on the system to date up to this point. Yeah.
What?
Yep. And then my last one is Ninja Gaiden 2 on the NES. It appeared as an ad in the Tecmo ad. So yeah, we haven't gotten to that yet, and I think it's the idea, again, that we haven't played either of the Ninja Gaidens yet for a game episode is kind of crazy. It's a little bit crazy if we're calling ourselves legitimate U.S. video game console historians here. I think the idea that we have not done any Ninja Gaiden all the way through September 1990, a little crazy. But it's a lot of games, and I understand that, we can't get to all of them. And so there's that, and then eSWAT and Strider. And yeah, dude, I from a fun perspective, I think I want to play Strider. I think I want to play Strider for sure.
What?
I know I did this. I've only done this once, and had you refute it once we got into the process. So I would like a little bit of giving me the benefit of the doubt here, that I have not led you into these things where you were blind and had it go awry, other than Captain Skyhawk. And even Captain Skyhawk, I think I qualified. I wasn't sure. I thought it was interesting and very different. I think I qualified it. I couched it a little bit. I wasn't, like, oh my God, this is like Strider. I'm like, oh my God. Like, there's just no way to me that it can go bad. To me, it's that good. I think there's enough public sentiment also about this game to support. And I think if you want to spend 10 seconds Googling it, I think you'll see the same thing. So I think that also is a good sign that we're not going to go wrong there. And yeah, I just think it's going to be the most fun thing for sure. I think the most responsible thing is Ninja Gaiden 2. I want to play eSWAT 2. I think that, again, I think there's more opportunity for that to go awry, though. I think, because we didn't try it with the suit, so I don't know how much better that makes it. It was, even if I'm talking about it as a positive, again, was a little bit of that stiff arcade shit that I'm not entirely sure is going to be great for a full playthrough. But there were a lot of signs that it was good for sure. And if you wanted to go with that because there is overlap, I don't think I would argue with you too much. Other than I think we're leaving Strider off, and it's kind of criminal.
So let me respond to your Strider remarks, good sir. It throws me off, and I'm just completely I can't believe we're talking about Strider.
Good. I'm just gonna type Strider Genesis.
But hear me out, Josh. Hear me out. I can't believe we're talking about Strider. But one thing this podcast has made me a lot more interested in is every time we talk about a game and there is a remake or a remaster done later, I'm very interested in playing that. even if I didn't absolutely love the game. So like Alex Kidd, we played, and then I went and wanted to check out like the new latest remastered one.
Yeah.
I've done that. I do that.
You mean
regularly.
Wonder Boy, but it's perfectly okay that you're
Exactly. You know, the same IP that we constantly misspeak
Mix
about
up,
all the
right,
time.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's just been so many of those, and every time we do a game, I'm always looking at, is there an updated version? I want to check it out and see what has been done now to it. You know, that just fascinates me so much. Maybe it's just, you know, working in the industry, but I have noticed in the past that there is updated Strider out there that I could go download right now on the Xbox. Like there's a new remade Strider, and I've been fascinated because it was so damn terrible on the NES. I'm like of all the games you played, why in the hell are there Striders? And as you said, like more sentiment around this game that was absolutely terrible from play experience. And so I've seen that, and I've been curious about that, and because of that, and because of you validating, like, okay, there's a reason. Maybe we just played the absolutely worst port that we could play. You know,
Right.
Most limited version we could play. Like we played the Atari Double Dragon, not like the legit arcade Double Dragon. You know, so I would actually be curious because of what you said from that standpoint. Like, okay, this is essentially a much better one, which would actually give me a reason, if it is as good as you say, to go check out the remastered ones that I can just go download right now in the store that I was curious about anyway. You know?
I got you leaning on the ropes. Let me fucking knock you the fuck out here. So I typed in the keywords into Google. I typed in were Strider, Genesis, Critical Response. 4 keywords. First one's some wiki bullshit. Second return on Google is a Nintendo Life review of the game. Let me read the conclusion. With its gorgeous visuals, excellent music, and surprisingly stern challenge, Strider's magic hasn't diminished one jot. I've never heard that term before, or that usage of that term anyways.
Okay, got it.
Despite the passage of over 2 decades. So he's looking at it from a modern perspective too. That's interesting to note. And it's a feast for the eyes, and the responsive and acrobatic main character controls with amazing grace and fluidity. Only the unofficial sequel, Cannon Dancer, comes anywhere close to attaining the same balletic brilliance, another word I've never heard before, balletic. Although many will argue that the availability of the arcade version on collections for the PS2 and PSP renders the port redundant, this is one of those rare cases where a conversion actually adds something to the original. Sega's talent is evident from the moment the title screen appears, and this effortlessly ranks as one of the Japanese veterans' finest conversion jobs. Ironic when you consider that it's another company's game. And they give it a 9 out of 10 excellent score on here. So, when you get up off the mat, Jay, fire up Strider.
Fine. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I think we're giving ourselves a nice holiday gift here in our 2022 conclusion episode. So, okay, that kind of sounds like it settles it. I'm glad we could arrive at a mutually amicable solution to this game episode.